All right, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome
What's
back to
going
our channel.
on?
You're on Let's Talk with
Sheila.
and Jordan J. Let's get into the intro. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. For all of
Welcome
our
back.
new viewers, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for us. And for all of our fellow followers, welcome back. All right, thank you for
Welcome
joining
back.
us
Welcome,
yet again.
welcome.
We're reviewing
Ready to love. And she's ready. And he's ready to love.
All right, so
All right, just a little something for
Thank
you
you.
all tonight.
Thank you very much. So we can go ahead and get into episode 11. Like we all said, it is winding down. This is like one of the last, one of the last
Yeah.
two?
Yeah, I
Here's
think
one more?
one of two.
And
So
then
this is
the
last
reunion,
one.
that's it. Okay. So obviously we've pretty much gone down to who's going to pair off, and basically everyone has picked by now, or you should have picked by now.
Whatever's out there left.
Yeah,
whatever's out there
you're
left.
stuck
Yeah,
with,
you should be either ready or not ready.
Yeah.
At this point.
And
if you don't have no connection right now, it's slim picking out there.
Yeah. And it's obvious that some women, men as well, maybe, I don't know, have not decided yet who is going to be the lucky one. So let's actually go ahead and get started with the first couple who definitely knew, I think from day one, that we was going to ride this thing all the way out. And afterwards, this was a true connection, guys.
True connection. From day one.
Yeah, day one, for sure.
Joy
and Clifton.
Oh.
We love to watch them. We love to see love. This is one of the positive stories.
It's like we so in love with Black love. We just like, yes. And it's just like we rooting for them. You would think they were part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, when y'all get married, let us know what the gift list so we can send y'all a gift. You know,
right? Like we watched their love on TV.
I know, like blossom, grow.
We were there from day one of your relationship, so that's why we feel a part of it.
Yes, we do. We day one from Joy and Clifton relationship, day one. So yes, we're gonna need to know, where everything is happening, because I definitely want us to send like a gift or something.
Honestly, if they get married, not Bravo.
Oh yeah,
OWN needs to host one of these.
This should be on TV, right? A wedding, OWN's first wedding for Ready to Love Joy and Ready to Love Clifton get married.
Exactly.
What?
That'd be
I done coined that. If y'all do it, make sure y'all give Let's Talk with Sheila and Jordan the recognition. But anyway, so moving on. What was it? What did Tommy tell them what they had to do?
So today the gentleman had to introduce the women to a family member. They didn't say, how close the relationship had to be, but it was immediate family who most of everyone chose. So Clifton chose his uncle and cousin. His female cousin and uncle. So they like Joy, actually.
Who would like
Joy? They really like Joy, and they like the Clifton as well.
And they like the dynamics, together, the way they had the dynamics together. And they seem to really, support the relationship. But they did have a concern. And what was the concern?
Joy actually lives in Mexico for about half the year, 6 months out of the year. Yeah. She's in Mexico. I'm guessing singing.
Yeah, she's singing. Okay. Yeah, she's performing.
Okay, so obviously that's not going to change. So clearly,
not right now.
Clifton, would have to get on board with the long distance. They would have to figure this thing out. Yeah. I think personally they could make it work, especially because Clifton does work remote.
He's a project manager, but I guess he can work from anywhere, right?
Yeah, it seems
he can work from anywhere, but he can, definitely remote. Well, just think about it before we go back. I don't know if you all saw like the first episode or so, but Clifton wanted to live abroad.
Yeah,
that was his dream. I mean, to him, his dream life would be living on the beach, waking up, to the sunset, listening to the waves hit the rock. It just really seemed like that was what Clifton wanted to do. Definitely. And only to manifest that and meet Joy. I mean, can you imagine how special this must be? Because we all say a prayer every night for what we want. But for him to really have manifest that, I love it.
And she, him, and she,
no, I love it.
They are both clearly. I don't know. Is it too soon to say love? Like, is that like too early on? Like, is there a time limit?
Well, okay, like, okay. I would definitely say at this point, it's instant chemistry, but also it's gone a little deeper. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's gone a little deeper than that, and it's almost like kindred souls meeting each other. That's how I feel right now. It's like they soul, like their spirits, just like it's just like soul ties? Yeah, soul what? You heard it, soul ties. She coined the word for this particular situation anyway.
Yeah, they're tethered to each other.
Yeah, they are
for sure. I do appreciate though that Clifton recognized that the long distance. Both of them recognize that the long distance could be an issue, but they are willing to work on that, right? I mean, life is short.
I mean, it really is. It really life is, and after coming off of 2020.
Yes,
I wouldn't be wasting no time if I had a connection with anybody. Because to be very honest, we all know life has changed, but just dating and meeting people now, it's just completely changed. It's not like it used to be. So if you find somebody you have a true connection with, I mean, I would say you need to pursue it. And, you need to, how should I say, cherish it too, because you may not find anybody else that you have a serious connection with. Not in today's world. It's just a lot of stuff that them kind of, it's just off center.
For sure. Right. All right. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
But anyway, we love it, Clifton and Joy. Bang bang.
So next up, this was a little Sabrina and Donovan. So Donovan asked out Sabrina to come and sit down because after the last episode we saw where they kind of were like not seeing eye to eye, it was like they were getting ready to have a tit for tat kind of battle.
Like, it looked like
it was
Donovan looked like he was over it.
Yeah,
he looked like he was over it this time too. From the way he walked up, you can read his whole energy was
off from the very beginning. But I don't know how far
Donovan is tired.
Yeah. Like how much time was it between that incident and this one? They probably never talked on the phone. They had to cool down. So,
but clearly it wasn't that much time.
Yeah, I don't think
energy
hadn't
changed much. His energy, that's what I'm saying. His energy was bad from the last conversation. Now it's like,
yeah. So Sabrina, she came in there kind of not knowing.
A little attitude.
Yeah, right? She not knowing what was going
on. Sabrina match your energy too. One thing about Sabrina, she definitely a boss lady. I can't even take none of that from you, Sabrina. You a boss lady, and I can't.
She had her own.
What? What? I really look up to you because she definitely matched these men energy. What? You give it, boo, I'm going to give it back. What? I love that.
Yes. So the whole conversation was kind of where do we stand at this point or what happened? It kind of seemed like.
Right. But look at her face right now.
I know. She's clearly
she had a serious face, don't she? Did we have another last week? We had Sabrina, a picture of Sabrina. She was looking like. But you remember it was the picture with her? We had a picture last week, so make sure you all go back and watch that episode, our review, because Jordan had a picture of Sabrina she wasn't between, but Demetrius and Donovan, and the way she handled them last week. But anyway, Sabrina's face is, giving it type of energy.
Yes. And if you watch her, that little right vein always pop. I can tell when she be tight because it always start popping. I'll be like, look at
Sabrina, we done found out that little right vein.
It clenched.
What? Is that true, Sabrina? Sabrina may not know till she see herself. She probably like, I know something be clenching. She probably know how tight she get when she get tight. Look at her, I'm telling you.
Okay, so let's go back to that conversation because we digressing right about now. So we're gonna go back to the whole incident where
but that's why y'all here, right? To listen to us.
Right.
Okay.
So Donovan basically was trying to figure out like where do we officially stand after what happened last week? Right. I thought we had a connection, but it seemed like you weren't consistent. I think that's what he was trying to say. You weren't really consistent with me. You weren't giving me the same energy or matching my energy.
And he didn't know where she really stood, right?
Right. So Sabrina,
but clearly he kind of knew where she stood because
with Donovan. Demetrius. Yeah,
Donovan kind of read that. Like, you didn't give me no chance to get hooked up. For us to spend no quality time.
Yeah, she definitely showed a lot more affection to Demetrius than Donovan. We really didn't see much of them on air at all anyway. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I don't know what made her fall off from him or her. Like, it was.
I mean, come on, let's just keep it real. Don't you think Demetrius was her number one?
Yes, he was definitely her number one. But even with him, though, it didn't seem like
I said he was her number one. I didn't say that that's who she was gonna go. You know what I'm saying? That's her. Everything. I didn't say that. Okay, that was her number one. I didn't say he was her everything, her everything and all. I didn't say that. Okay, so let's clear that up. So moving along.
Go moving it along.
So what ended up happening? Oh my God.
Well, Sabrina was just kind of in the confessionals, we saw a lot of that attitude where it was, I don't know why he's sitting up here like a big child, which he was giving some faces. I don't know if y'all saw, but he was rolling his eyes kind of hard. Donovan?
Donovan.
Maybe it was a bad cut. Maybe it didn't happen at that moment, but you definitely looked like you was really.
Well, he was a little tight.
Yeah, he was a little hurt.
He was hurt. I ain't gonna lie. He was. I don't know whether he was hurt. I don't know. He just did. He felt some type of way. Can I say that?
Did. And I think that Donovan is that type of guy who kind of gets who he wants when he wants it. Like, you're not really the type of dude that
he
gets
running into no barriers, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
if I want you. If I want you, I know you want me, girl. Because you know what I'm saying? I don't want that many, but what I want.
Right.
And all y'all want me. And I ain't gonna lie, Donovan, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure it works.
It's not It's not your fault. We're not blaming you that women flock to you, but it's an observation.
It's an observation, and it's a real observation. So please don't feel like we trying to cut you down, because really we trying to give you like a little compliment. But every now and then you run into that one who you just what I'm saying, don't impress.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, on your ready to love experience process, you ran into Sabrina. And so, Sabrina kind of, put you, in that insecure place where, she let you know that, I'm not that impressed. But,
right.
But Donovan, you're going to have to meet some of them sometime. What they say, we kiss a lot of frogs.
Well, what is it for the men, though? If it's the men, not the women.
Well, just said we kiss a lot of frogs when we find our prince, our king. So, every now and then, you're going to have to get out here, too, and tread the waters. And if you find something that ain't,
Well, it looks like he did, though, with Carmen, because he definitely said that his connection has grown with her. Even Sabrina made a comment saying, like, that's why I fell back was because of Sabrina. And that was weird, because Sabrina has always been the type to say, well, you were in the process, we're making connections, that I have this other connection. Why would that stop you from pursuing me? That was Sabrina's kind of whole take the entire time. So for the tables to be turned a little bit on her, it was and her to just back off like completely and not understand, in my opinion.
And Sabrina understand everything.
Yeah. So
if anybody understood the assignment of Ready to Love, Sabrina actually understood the assignment. And she went through the process.
Well, she went through the process. So hey. So anyway, so Donovan basically told Sabrina Carmen is who he is going with, and we can basically end this right now.
Right here, right now. It's been real. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? Deuces.
Pretty much. You know what I'm thinking now? I think Donovan probably had this huge attitude because production probably made him ask her out. Sabrina.
And he didn't want to go back out anymore. Exactly.
Right? He probably was done. So Donovan, I think maybe that was why.
Is that right, Donovan? Is she right? Is Jordan of Let's Talk with Sheila and Jordan correct?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
So let's go ahead and move on to who the next one is. Oh, All right.
Oh,
Paul and
O'Shea.
Dakia. Your favorite. You're a fan favorite, Paul.
Yes, Paul is my favorite. Even though he call us shady every time I'm in his live, but that's okay. I like you, Paul.
Right. So this conversation between Dakia and Paul, it seems like the same old conversation they had the past 3
right?
Like I
Okay.
know we haven't really connected, but let's give it a try, basically. And I'm like, how many times y'all gonna say this? Like,
I know.
we know y'all never connected, and you're still
it's
not
okay. It's okay. Paul, you hear me? It's okay if you didn't connect. See, I'm trying to keep her, calm her down, right? Paul, you see that? It's okay they didn't connect. It's okay that every episode they go over the same conversation. You know what I'm saying? But they, they're trying to, every time they rekindle, they get a little closer.
Yeah,
with
a little
the same
bit.
Conversation, they get a little closer.
Bit. So this was
it's okay.
Yeah, a little bit. So this was the follow up from the whole incident with Carmen basically telling or trying to tell the business of Paul, saying he's not really interested in Dakia. She don't get his rocks going, flowing, whatever the old saying is. Like, and Paul was trying to just clear that up and say that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? She took a conversation and twisted it and ran with it.
Yeah. He did say.
And Dakia, she's over Carmen anyway, so she's not gonna believe anything she says.
Yeah, right.
So Paul, I think you're in the clear with that.
Yeah, I think so. She's good with that.
Right, with your explanation. And I appreciate that you did take her
Yeah,
out and
that
explain.
Was nice.
That was awkward and
it was
embarrassing. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Paul delivers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I like Paul. I mean, he's, Paul. But he, at the end of the day, he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a good man, I should say. So he wanted to make it right. As he should. Right. And so he did.
So Paul, let me see. Hopefully they're the next. Oh, they're not the next club. Okay. Should we go to them anyways? Paul, their date.
No, let's just keep going.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Paul, we're gonna move on for a little bit.
The next date was actually Donovan. He brought Carmen to meet his mom.
Oh, it's so sweet.
That was sweet. Yes, he and his mom obviously have a great relationship with each other.
They look alike. They look a lot
do.
Alike. You definitely look like your mom.
And he said that that was his best friend. So he introduced mom. That was pretty big. Their connection, in my opinion, your connection got to be strong as whatever. Like, that was a cuss word. To bring someone to meet your mom, like after however long they were in this process for. Like, I would have made him meet
and
anybody else. Like, if I
and then mom probably didn't understand that she was gonna have to be involved in his process. So can you imagine being a mother? Your child goes off, a grown man, making his money, doing his thing, female too. And then they call you and go, Mom, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna need you to come and meet this lady I met. So it took a lot for his mom, but I thought his mom, she did an excellent job. I mean, she was so cordial and she was so friendly, and Carmen was just, I love Carmen.
Yeah, Carmen definitely.
I don't know. I like Carmen anyway. So let me just stop. But Carmen, I thought you did a very good job.
Yeah,
you were just so personable, and mom loved her.
Yeah, she did. Whatever Carmen was charmed with, brought to the table, she definitely wooed. Mom,
she did.
Because I thought, she was kind of asking, pretty good questions about their relationship, especially how fast it's moving. So interesting. I'm interested to see them some more. I mean,
so what do you think
about
the dynamics of their relationship? Do you think they have built a strong enough foundation?
I don't know if I can say they built a strong enough foundation. The connection is definitely there, but then we haven't seen much of them two together.
That's the thing about it.
He didn't meet them. Yeah, he didn't bring her to meet Phil.
Well, you remember both of them also, didn't they come on at the same time in the middle of the season?
They were both
blind dates. Yeah. So they were both blind dates.
2 different times.
At 2 different times, And then like you just mentioned, what were you saying about Phil?
Yeah, I was just saying he didn't take Carmen to meet Phil. And that could have been like, strategic. Like, why bring my strongest connection to meet, with 2 other ladies?
And then maybe, you're right. Because he probably, I don't know. Did you have to pick 2 people and you just chose the 2? Or was it the choices chosen for you to meet Phil? Yeah. You could bring 2 or 3 and your choices was made. You never know.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what
so I
said.
mean, you
don't.
never know. So Donovan, let us know in the chat. Did you have a decision to make when you decided who was gonna meet Phil? Hey, Phil.
So I like them together.
I do too.
Yeah, I think their personalities would go very well. Like, you know,
Mhm.
Carmen's kind of like that go-getter, definitely
Mhm.
headstrong. And I do believe Donovan is a headstrong person as well.
Yeah.
But I think he's like a more calm person, kind of like, you know, like this.
Yeah, it's sort of like he's
let's have fun.
right in his masculinity, because
Yeah.
he's, you know, all man, alpha, you know, alpha man. She's alpha woman, but I feel like she could be submissive because she knows that Donovan's got her back. You know what I'm saying? It's a way you can let your guard down when you know that the person that you with can handle the situation and he has your back and he's your protector. I mean, it's just a way that you just, I can imagine. I'm hoping it works because I can imagine Carmen probably wears so many hats. She's working in a field with predominantly men, and she has to hold her own. Can you imagine day after day after day, Carmen has this kind of lifestyle? I don't think if women are watching this, you got to understand Carmen deserves a lot of respect. She's a PR person for the NFL, NBA, Black athletes, professional athletes. So she has to hold herself in a way to get the respect that she has. But at the end of the day, can you imagine wearing all those hats, going to see all the men, and now you come home? You got to be strong. So yeah, I could see, you know, her coming in and just falling in Donovan's arms, and I think he would be protected, and I think he'll be a great supporter. You know, so I'm hoping it works.
Yep, we're gonna find
but
out.
We gonna see. We gonna
one
see.
thing the internet does is keep up in your business. Right? So,
know.
If you break up, we will know.
Yeah, and we all in the internet. So trust me, we'll know.
So let's go on to this interaction between Sabrina and Demetrius. So now we've already seen her and Donovan part ways. This is her last connection, her only connection at this point. I mean, Tori's gone, so it's down to Demetrius. How did you feel about this conversation? Or maybe I should give you a scene that happened and ask you about it.
Yes, give me a scene.
Okay, girl. So let's bring up the scene where I think Sabrina, I don't know who brought it up, but marriage and taking on the last name was brought up in this conversation. And Demetrius was like, yes, you know, you have to take on the husband's last name, my last name. And Sabrina was kind of like, that like, is no. So old school. Like, that is like
no. And how would you how would you feel if she doesn't?
Right. And he was kind of like, what, and are we together? Like, what are we a unit? And
she was messing him up.
Yeah. So I think Sabrina did it. And I think she did it because she just knows that their connection is just not going to work in the long run. It's not like you are a dominant person and I can be that too. And like she said, like we have kind of like a competing relationship.
Right.
And
plus, I told you that physical chemistry ain't there. You know what I'm saying? If I got to ask you, can I hug you? If I got to ask you that, it's not there. Because if it's there, I'm just going to hold you. I'm going to grab you. Like,
right.
That's what physical chemistry is, right?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely are stiff.
Unless it's a new definition, let me know.
It's stiff because like they're both like, who makes the move? Do I
right.
make the move?
And at this point, nobody's making a move. So
exactly.
You're right.
It's a power pool. Like it's a power struggle. And I know what Sabrina means. And Demetrius, bless you. I know you want to make it work.
But was this before? Mm-hmm. No, I think you went. We skipped.
No. This is This is like no. Demetrius like during this kind of right. She's like we just keep working at it, and so Sabrina was like all right, but she did not want to meet his family.
Exactly. That's the point.
He asked her. He basically told her, I want to introduce you to the family. That was the assignment. So you are the only connection I have. So obviously. Right. And Sabrina was just like, I'm not there.
Oh, she was totally not against that. Yeah, she was like, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. You should have seen Sabrina was backpedaling like, no, I'm not going to. She was like, she was jogging backwards. She was like, no, Demetrius, Not gonna happen.
Not gonna be able to do that one.
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
I ain't gonna lie. I commend Sabrina
I
because
do
she'll have them
too. I ain't
awkward
gonna-
ass, hard conversations. Like she'll have those hard conversations. Like
She go head to head, baby,
She'll
toe
have
to
it.
toe.
And
Sabrina,
I
like,
admire
oh,
that.
I ain't never screwed. You
for
know
sure,
what I'm saying? What?
For sure. And I admire that, Sabrina.
I
I
do
like
too.
that. I mean,
She like a little firecracker. I bet Sabrina probably like 5'2". But you know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
she
She like
definitely
she a
a
little
little
firecracker. She the one you put up front. Like, go ahead, get them, girl.
she's
I
definitely
love Sabrina.
little.
I don't know. Let me just say this. I like the whole cast already to love this season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some more than others.
Right.
But I really
For
did
the
like
most
the
part,
cast.
yeah, everybody was
you
good
know.
natured.
Right. You like some people more than others, but for the overall, I thought this was a pretty good cast.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway.
So yes, so Sabrina basically said, no, we're not gonna meet your family, and
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to meet them.
We'll talk later, right? Talk later.
Yeah.
So that was the end
I'll
of
see
that.
you on the other side.
Oh, but I do want to ask you. So, what do you feel? Last name, you taking it on or not?
I'm old school.
Okay.
So for me, I took it on, but because I was old school, but I wasn't that old school, I hyphenated. I thought that was something, right? Yeah, so I was like, I hyphenated.
That's a compromise. And a lot of people will take on the last name for their children too. If they decide to have kids, they want their kids' last name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Nowadays, I'm seeing a lot of posts. This is whole side real. I'm seeing a lot of posts with women. I'm like, I'm not giving my child the father's name. He didn't push the child out. And I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's a different take on modern relationships in modern times.
Yeah, I know. It's
now you're gonna see a lot of maybe the men taking
on
the women's
feel about
name.
that?
I would think that well, no, I don't think. I know I'm gonna take my husband's last name. It's just me. Right.
Okay.
So I may hyphenate. I may hyphenate.
Okay.
I may hyphenate because that is cool to me. But anyway.
So is that really taking on your husband's name to hyphenate?
So.
Okay. So that's acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sometimes the men even hyphenate along with the wife. Like they'll take on, sometimes they do. Like I said, modern times, people. Wow. All right. Oh, I put on two pictures. Yeah. So that was their interaction where Demetrius is basically like, Sabrina, what? Like, you don't want to be my family.
Like he happy. He don't look like he happy at all.
No. So Paul, moving on right along to his dates, he introduced Dakia to his brother.
Yeah, he did.
Who is
Chaos.
Just like him, looks like him, sounds like him, asks all the same questions.
Close your eyes and let him talk. I guarantee you won't know who spoke. P.O. or Chaos.
So again, this family is a fan of questions.
Yeah.
They want to get down to how your mind works, operates.
Oh yeah,
right off the top.
We're not playing in this family.
Exactly.
You're gonna come in this family. You're gonna come right.
But you know what? Dakia, as always, is gonna hold her own.
Yes.
I don't care. Dakia, she got them for you. You got questions, she got answers for you.
Yeah, she did.
And that's what Paul definitely said about Dakia. Like she never leaves him like second questioning things or second guessing.
Yeah, I know. She always delivers.
Exactly. She delivers.
Dakia delivers. Hey, DD. Well, no, I was gonna say POJ, but no. Okay. Anyway.
Oops. So I don't know. Again, this the relationship kind of just seems like last available options. Like what I can't think of the word where it's just kind of like default, maybe.
I know, because then he make it seem like she's a rare gem.
Mm-hmm.
But it just looked like I think she's a gem, don't get me wrong, but I just think Paul and her connected.
It's just not where he wants it to be, or
and
where
not
he
where
thinks
she wants it to be.
Yeah,
either.
I don't think she is feeling him as much as he may be feeling her.
To me, I think this is one of those relationships where you meet somebody and right off the bat, right off the bat, that's not somebody you would just immediately approach.
Mm-hmm.
But once you meet them and you start talking to them and stuff, you realize, wow, you know what I'm saying? It is something special about this person.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened with Paul. I think he realized of all, everybody looking for everybody. He had a gem right under his nose and he didn't know.
Dakia.
But I don't know how that's going to work with Dakia. How does she feel about that?
Right. I don't know. It's kind of hard too, because I feel like in the beginning, most women, at least I do, we do look for that spark.
We do.
And if we don't
do.
feel that spark, it's kind of hard to stick around for the deep, like the deeper to try to get that connection still. Like, I don't want to say we want to run away immediately, but she was clearly connected with Clifton. She was connected with Eric. Was there anyone? Was there
no?
No, Donovan.
Her and Wiley were good friends. You know, they used to walk off and hold hands, but she probably saw him like his.
Right. So I think just Dakia maybe just be done with the whole process and the fact that, you know, she's had these early on connections and it always just turns.
And she really didn't meet her soulmate as she thought she would meet.
Right.
Like that fairy tale kind of love. She didn't meet that. But after you get a certain age, I mean, when you do meet good people and you do eventually start to connect on a deeper level, I think it's worth pursuing it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not in front of cameras, but if you all do have a deep connection, and God knows, I don't know, I would love to hear if you all are dating. At least dating and just, you know, outside the show. It would be good to know, Paul. So let us know, Paul. POJ.
Hopefully we'll find out soon how this is going to end. Do you have any thoughts?
Do you think they're gonna choose each other at the end?
I don't.
Okay, I don't. But it's not that I don't think they still should pursue a, you know, like a friendship to get to know each other. That I'm 100% because they may like. I mean, you know,
I think they're very like-minded. Honestly,
yeah, and I think Paul could bring a lot of things to Dakia that, you know, right now she's lacking. Especially she's, again, another dominant lady that's always wearing a title. And if she works at NASA and she's been working there for years, I'm sure she's administration. I mean, I'm sure she's an executive. So can you imagine being over so many departments and running this day by day at NASA? She needs somebody like Paul.
Yeah.
Because I think Paul would soothe her and just, compliment her. Just like I thought, you know, we see how other relationships that we, you know, think would compliment each other, Carmen and Donovan.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess we're going to see what's going to happen. I think next week is season finale. Anyway, do we have any more clips?
Oh, let's see.
Let's see what we got. Ooh.
We got last happy hour. Sabrina and Demetrius.
Ooh, so look at them stairs.
So before we got here, we had the round table, and Demetrius kind of mentioned, you know, that Sabrina didn't want to meet the family, and Tommy seemed very annoyed. I was kind of annoyed with Tommy. Like, he was annoyed.
What Tommy was like, I'll be tight.
Like, you don't want to meet the family.
The air, go out the balloon. What did he say? Something he said anyway, if they didn't want to meet his family.
Right.
I was like, all right, Tommy, he was dating you. You want to meet his family. It was almost over.
Exactly. For Tommy, it would have been over.
Yeah.
But anyways, not Demetrius. Like I said, he really does like Sabrina.
Yeah, he does.
I can tell. Like,
yeah, he does.
He keeps trying with her.
Yes, and I can tell you from the way Demetrius Styles look on his IG, he don't have to try with nobody. Okay, that's my sound effect. Y'all hear? It's my fifth. Anyway, but he don't have to try with nobody, but he keeps trying with Sabrina.
He definitely does.
Trying.
Some she is giving him that he just has not found. Anybody else? I don't know, because
somebody who rejects him. That's what he hadn't found. I'm telling y'all, these men wasn't ready for Sabrina. They wasn't ready for Sabrina. Sabrina had 3 million.
Yes. Okay, wait. Before we get ahead.
Wait, we gonna do that. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and continue.
Yes.
For all you all who haven't watched the episode, we're gonna continue with the review.
So I'm not gonna give you play-by-play because I really don't remember like how it began.
You don't need to give them play-by-play. Just give them
the gist of it was Sabrina ended it with Demetrius. And we seen this coming, I think. I'm pretty sure y'all seen this coming. Let me know if you did not see this coming.
Did you see this coming?
Because Sabrina was just kind of finding little things at the very end or maybe they were just becoming overwhelming now that she had to actually pick and choose someone. She's kind of like, I'm supposed
maybe
to actually be in a relationship,
right,
committed with you. No,
right.
These are problems for me. So again, the whole submissive thing, she keeps bringing it up. Like, I'm not a submissive person. This is not who I am. Like, Demetrius, you have to understand this is not going to work. And it's not going to work. You got somebody, you both very dominant alpha people. If somebody had to be submissive for the majority of the relationship, I don't think Sabrina could do it. I don't think Demetrius could conform to what Sabrina would need from him in terms of relationship. They obviously have great conversations because he said communication was big between them. But I guess, like you said, just the emotional chemistry and connection and communication side was just not there. So maybe like professional wise and lifestyle, they have a lot in common, but emotionally, I don't think he does it for her.
And I don't think she really does it for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, Sabrina seems to be at the point where she's picking scabs to make a sore, to have a reason to say, you're not the one for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because she said that about all of them.
Yeah, all three. That's what we said.
All three. She had 3 different men that she had choices from. Donovan. Well, let's start with Tori and Demetrius. And at the end of the day, Sabrina didn't choose any of them.
Nope, she let them all go.
And she had a reason, a legitimate reason why she didn't date none of them. Like, she had a reason why she didn't date. Even though she went through the process, she found a flaw with each one of the 3 men. And what I will tell you, she had 3 different types of men. She didn't have the same man. She did not have the same man. So, I mean, you had 3 different men.
Right.
And Sabrina.
And she didn't want any of them.
Wow.
And I do think that maybe Sabrina has something going on where...
Well, I think Sabrina has some work she needs to do. Yeah, Sabrina, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you do have some work you need to do.
You need to figure out what you want.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do.
Because she came from a 7-year marriage.
Right. And she's been, from my understanding, she had only been out less than a year. She's been only divorced less than a year.
Okay,
so,
right. So, you need time.
Yeah, you definitely need time, Sabrina, because it's different out here. But just let you know, you did have 3 different men. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, girl, you had prime rib. Because I don't know if you had prime rib. I just know what I see on the TV. Okay, but what you did have, what I did see on the TV, they had 3 different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't choose any of them.
No.
So, you know what I'm saying? Please, I'm looking forward to find out. And if you're watching, let us know what you're looking for, sweetie. Because I want to know.
She explains it, yeah, because...
Well, we got the reunion, and we got the...
Somebody asked.
Yeah, we got... So what ends up happening with her and Demetrius?
Well, like I said, Sabrina told him that she is no longer going to continue this journey. All her connections, she ended. Ooh. There's nothing left. So there's no reason for her to be on the show. Ooh. And obviously Demetrius is probably going to be right behind her, because who's his connection to? It was always Sabrina.
Yes, it was.
It was always Sabrina.
Yes, it was Sabrina. So Demetrius, he's gonna self-eliminate as well.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna show up on the next episode at all, or just...
I don't know. That's a good question, because they kind of self-eliminated on air, right? You think Tommy knew?
I guess he's gonna find out tonight. That night.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering how that worked. They're supposed to let Tommy know.
They definitely are supposed to let Tommy know.
Yeah, they do. And I don't think Tommy knew that they was going to self-eliminate. But Tommy did tell Demetrius it was his choice in deciding whether he wanted to be with Sabrina or not.
Mm-hmm. And Demetrius, he was a little upset with Sabrina about this, because and I every right to. I mean, y'all, what have y'all been doing this whole time?
Yeah, I was gonna say they've been going through a process that's definitely not ending up her finding any kind of relationship with anybody.
Right. But Demetrius,
but can you be mad? I was gonna say you can't be mad anyway with Demetrius. Go ahead and tell about Demetrius, because connections did you make Demetrius? Did he even try to make? How many relationships did you try to make?
Maybe he just got a type, and Sabrina was just his type and look.
Hey, it happens all the time, every day. So you know what I'm saying? I can't beat you up too much, Demetrius, but you was on the show Ready to Love with all them beautiful, strong black women. And you locked eyes with Sabrina, and that was it.
It was
it.
So you put all your eggs in the basket early on. You got it this far.
He did a little bit try with Tina. A little bit.
Yeah. He did.
Tina was like, okay, no. So anyway, Sabrina. Anyway, Demetrius.
Yeah. So that was our review of episode 11, Ready to Love. If you have stuck with us this entire time, first of all, right, and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay,
and hit that ding.
Yes, so
you notification
when we are on your screen again.
Yes, and when we're live, maybe you all can come up and chat with us.
Exactly.